news, breaking news, breaking news. This one's about Lil Woody being asked about the ex parte meeting that took place on June 10th, 2024. So now this is the government's cross examination of what went down because they're trying to clean up certain things that Woody might have left the impression to the jury that didn't happen or, did happen. So this is their cleanup. All right, if you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And you already know that the like button is a must. All right. All right. Unique Mecca audio, man. We're going to play the Lil Woody tape with him speaking about the ex parte meeting on cross examination. I'm going to break it down in layman's terms so y'all can fully understand what it's about. All right, let's go.
In June, you were supposed to testify on June 7th, 2024. Do you remember that?
All I know is I jump when y'all tell me to jump.
On that day, when you were supposed to testify, do you remember pleading the fifth?
Oh, when y'all locked me up?
When you got locked up because you pled the fifth. Do you remember that? Is that a yes?
I never forget it.
All right. And you went to the Fulton County Jail, correct?
That's where y'all took me to.
And then you went to the DeKalb County Jail, correct?
That's where they took me to.
And then on Monday, June 10th, there was a meeting in the judge's chambers. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And that meeting was with you. Slow down. Sure.
They had to tell her slow down. They had to tell her to slow down. Hold on. We're going to get back to this one.
Says he did something and you know he's not telling the truth. What happens? And my response to you is, if he said he did something and he did not do that thing, and she said to me, if you believe he did not, so if you believe that he's lying about that, then I said, then no. If he admits to doing something on the stand and he did not do that thing, I'm going to ask him, this is the first time you're saying that. And she asked, and you have independent evidence to prove it wasn't him, then what? Then nothing. What do you mean? So she said, so you're okay with him if he got on the stand and said things
Ms. Hilton, get to the question.
Is it true that I said, no, I want him to tell the truth. What have I always said to you? I want you to tell the truth. I don't know what's going to come out your mouth, but I expect you to tell the truth. Is that what I said to you?
You told.
All right, see, let me explain to y'all real quick, give you a recap what's going on. So you right bastards that don't like that I run this, just sit back and enjoy the ride. Now, check it out. They run it back because she's continuing about the perjury and where she's going, that she told him that if you told a lie, you know what I mean, that you will be punished for that. And that's where she's at with this, and this is his response. So this is about them trying to charge Woody with perjury, because this is where they're going with it.
Told me that if I say I killed Donovan Thomas and I ain't killed him, you're going to lock me up. You said that if I plead the fifth, you're going to lock me up. And from my understanding, whatever I had to say to matter, from my understanding.
And let's talk about the part about Donovan Thomas, correct? Do you recall me saying to you, and this was when, we talk a lot about perjury back in the chambers.
What's the other word is too that I was saying?
Purge.
See, right there, they was already letting them know that we're going to charge you if you go out here and lie to us, a.k.a. purge yourself or perjure yourself. You understand? This is how you get the jewels over here, Unique Mecca Audio. Let me finish. Now, this is about the perjury charge and them trying to charge him for lying. I want to see how he going to take it when he find out what they trying to do, because right now he hasn't even processed yet.
Remember we talked about
them
perjury?
two different words. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Do you remember us talking about perjury, and perjury meaning lying on the stand?
I always get confused, but you know it.
Okay. And did you have your attorney ask me multiple times, if you testify and say something that I know isn't true, what would happen?
What you mean?
Did Ms. Bumpus ask me on multiple occasions, if you testify and say something that I know isn't true, what would happen?
You told me I don't know. I was trying to get it down pat what you were saying, but cause you kept going back and forth about it, cause I wasn't understanding it, the purge and perjury, cause it sounded the same to me. And I was telling you that the stuff I said in the past was a lie. You gotta ask me now. I don't know.
All right, see, right here, Ron. Right here, when Woody's admitting that I don't know what perjury is. I don't know what purge is. That's where Judge Whitaker was supposed to step in and either tell the jury to leave or do it in front of the jury, but explain in front of the juries what I would say exactly what he's confused about. Because he's telling you that I don't even know if I'm perjuring myself. So that's why he's got a good defense when it's time to go for that, because he's straight up telling them, I'm telling y'all, I don't know. The words sound alike. You know what I mean? I can't read. What more do you want? And now you're going to hold me responsible for something that I'm telling you that I don't understand? I don't know what purge mean. I don't even know how to pronounce the word. I never heard that word in Mechanicsville. You know what I mean? You're taking me to a whole new world. And that's what's happening right now. Sit back. Let's play the rest of this.
Let me ask you this. When the judge was not present and it was just you, me, investigator Long, and the sheriff's deputies and your attorney.
Right here, she's trying to get him to say that he had an opportunity to ask his attorney, Kyler Bumpus, yo, what the heck do perjury mean? What do purge mean? And that was his opportunity. So she's letting it be known that he had time without them there. If he was, didn't want to ask in front of them for whatever reason, that he had time to ask her, what does this mean? But he didn't, is what she's trying to say. But listen to Woody's response.
Did I ask you, did you plan on taking the stand and saying that you killed Nut to help your friends out because you had immunity? Did I ask you that?
I think I don't know if you asked me that, but I know I told you that I'm not admitted to no crimes.
Okay. And did you tell me you were not going to admit that you killed Nut?
Yeah, I'm not going to admit that.
Okay. And did I then tell you that if you planned on claiming a murder that you did not do, that is when you would be charged with perjury?
That's what you just said. That's what I just said. You said.
All right.
If I said it right.
Hold up. Let me try and break this down to let you understand what Woody's trying to say. Woody's saying that he told them that he's not admitting to no crimes. It sounds to me, like they was telling Woody in the back, and they said it before in another tape, but I don't have it to play right now because I do this one take, Jake, straight through. It sounds to me like Woody is saying that I'm not going to admit to no crimes. And they telling them that, no, you could admit to crimes because you're under immunity. But now, with the murder, the immunity does not cover that. That's automatically excluded from an immunity agreement. So that's why they're telling them that you can't admit to Donovan Thomas. You cannot admit to the murder of Donovan Thomas, but you can admit to shooting up Rich Homie Quan barbershop or anything else you want, and you won't be charged in the Florida court. And he even asked them, does that mean federal? And he said yes. So now what's going to happen is, even though they said in open court that they cannot use what he say in federal court, what the feds is going to do is look at the actual plea agreement that he signed and exclude what he's saying here and what they're saying here, as far as that he cannot be charged, for in the feds for what he's doing now, for any crime other than murder. So that's where they're at. And that's what I want y'all to understand. Y'all with me? Put in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you're with me in the comments. All right? Now, that's where we at. So he's thinking that, if he confessed to any murder, that they could charge him. And they tell him, no, you could confess to any murder. Excuse me. Let's ride that back. Let's ride that back because I don't want to confuse you. What he's saying is that he's asking them, if I could I confess to a crime, can you use it against me? They're telling him no. Then he asked them, can they use it in the feds? They told him no. But if he has a plea agreement, and the plea agreement does not say that he could use it in the feds, it don't matter what they say here. What they'll get her for is prosecution misconduct, but they won't charge her for perjury because she's an officer of the court. So it's misconduct for her to mislead a witness with false information in order to select a testimony. Got that? All right, let me go back to this.
And you asked me when you questioned me did I did, and I told you no.
So you talking about killing Nut, that at no point did I ever tell you if you just admit to killing Nut, you'll be charged with perjury. Did I ever tell you that?
I don't understand you.
This entire, I apologize, I know I object. Entire 10 minutes has been Prosecutor Hillary putting her credibility before the jury without being questioned at all. I can't question it. So I object to this entire line of questioning.
I understand. Yes, sir, Mr. Short.
He's saying that he object to the entire line of questioning, meaning this has no relevance to the case. All this is already on the record, period. That's what Brian Steele is saying.
Is the entire transcript now open for questions?
No, it is not.
What his lawyer is saying is that the entire transcript is open for questioning now because you're allowing her to read the transcripts verbatim when it was already testified to. So that means that they could get a recross examination and speak on why, you know what I mean, they're doing this. You know what I mean? Opening up the hearing so broad to transcripts that was already testified to.
She's not even asking him things about the transcript right now. She's asking him things that happened not on the transcript.
Judge trying to cover.
Now, last week, I believe Mr. Short asked you if I told you could say I don't recall to every question. Do you remember him asking you that?
He pissed me off too, so
Oh, y'all.
I got frustrated when he was talking to me.
Do you remember your attorney asking me, can he say I don't recall to every question?
Which lawyer?
Ms. Bumpus, in that June meeting.
Yo, did he just say which lawyer? Since when do a rat bastard get multiple lawyers? Welcome to 2024.
Tell you if you just admit to killing Nut, you'll be charged with perjury. Did I ever tell you that?
I don't understand you.
This entire, I apologize, I know I object. Entire 10 minutes has been Prosecutor Hillary putting her credibility before the jury without being questioned at all. I can't question it. So I object to this entire line of questioning.
I understand. Yes, sir, Mr. Short.
Is the entire transcript now open for questions?
No, it is not. She's not even asking him things about the transcript right now. She's asking him things that happened not on the transcript.
Now, last week, I believe Mr. Short asked you if I told you could say I don't recall to every question. Do you remember him asking you that?
He pissed me off too, so I got frustrated when he was talking to me.
Do you remember your attorney asking me, can he say I don't recall to every question?
Which lawyer?
Ms. Bumpus, in that June meeting.
Multiple lawyers.
Do you recall Ms. Bumpus saying, can he say, I don't recall to every question? And my response to her was, I will hope that is not the truth, because I think there are some things you do recall and some things you don't. But the things you don't recall, you don't recall. And I will go through my process of what I do. Do you recall me telling your attorney
See,
that?
y'all don't understand. Like, I think don't nobody in this courtroom know how I feel to be sitting right here. It ain't about what I recall, what I remember, what I don't remember. It's the functioning of my brain as I'm sitting up here. It's like, I'm trying to answer y'all, but my brain is in and out. Like, I don't, you feel me? Like, I can't, you ask me, it's how you asking me the question. It better than I'm trying to comprehend what you saying and then answer truthfully, but it sounds like a trick question because I don't know how to answer these questions. When me and you talk without being in the courtroom, you taught me on a level where I can understand you good. But when you get right here, the question that you asked me made me feel like I'm in an interrogation room, so I don't know how to answer your questions.
All right, let me break this down, right? Let me break this down. Let me show you how it bastard. Right now, he's saying that in private, you talk to me like I'm a human being with words that I can comprehend that are coming out your mouth. But now in the courtroom, you're a whole nother person. I don't know if you with me, like when you're not in the courtroom, you perceive to be. And now you're in the courtroom. You got me wondering if you're with me or against me, and where do I go from here? I'm confused. I thought you was my friend, Miss Hicks. That's what Woody's saying. I thought you was my friend. But you get in this courtroom and you're a whole nother person I've never seen. What do I do? What do I answer? How do I answer? It sounds like a trick question. Come on, Woody. You've been hoodwinked.
In that meeting, back in June, a few months ago, do you remember me telling you that I just want you to be truthful?
Yes.
Okay. And do you?
See, right there, she's saying, Woody, I'm a professional now. Didn't I not tell you professionally to just be truthful? Forget all the other little flirting I did wearing the low cleavage shirt and the fancy shoes, the Unique Mecca audio like, whatever. Forget all of that. But wasn't I professional with you? In between the bullshit. Now that's where Woody's confused. Let's move. We're about up here.
Him asking you that.
He pissed me off too, so I got frustrated when he was talking to me. Which lawyer?
Ms. Bumpus. In that June meeting. Because I think there are some things you do recall and some things you don't. But the things you don't recall, you don't recall. And I will go through my process of what I do. Do you recall me telling your attorney that?
See, y'all don't understand. Like, I think don't nobody in this courtroom know how I feel to be sitting right here. It ain't about what I recall, what I remember, what I don't remember. It's the functioning of my brain as I'm sitting up here. It's like I'm trying to answer y'all, but my brain is in and out. Like, I don't, you feel me? Like, I can't, you ask me, it's how you asking me the question. It better than I'm trying to comprehend what you saying and then answer truthfully, but it sounds like a trick question because I don't know how to answer these questions. When me and you talk without being in the courtroom, you taught me on a level where I can understand you good. But when you get right here, the question that you asked me made me feel like I'm in an interrogation room, so I don't know how to answer your questions.
He forgot she was a cop. You are in the interrogation room, in the courtroom, little Woody. Stop it. She's a cop.
In that meeting, back in June, a few months ago, do you remember me telling you that I just want you to be truthful?
Yes.
Okay. And do you?
Overruled.
And do you remember me saying to you, I don't know what your current truth is, but I know what you told the police back in 2015?
Objection. Personal observations of a non-witness.
Overruled.
Do you remember having that conversation in the judge's chambers?
Yeah, because I told you that. Y'all don't got, like, y'all don't know that, like, y'all don't know. And you said out your mouth that, yeah, you're right. We don't know what you're going to say and what your truth is. So
And do you remember me telling your attorney to talk to you about what impeachment is?
I thought that was the same word as the other perjury, whatever.
But
Ain't that the same?
I can't answer that question for you, but do you remember, did I tell your attorney to talk to you about impeachment?
Talk to me about impeachment?
Yes.
I don't know.
He ain't stupid.
I know most of the time we was talking like, my only thing was I was in jail and I didn't understand what was going on. I just felt like, I don't know.
Now, also in that meeting, you said, I did these crimes. Do you remember saying that I did these crimes?
Because I don't want my family I don't want my nephews and them to hear the stuff that I did.
Okay. When you said you did these crimes, what crimes were you talking about?
I don't recall.
When you say you don't recall, what do you mean?
That I ain't speaking on it.
Were these crimes that occurred back in 2015 or crimes that happened more recently?
I don't commit crimes. I changed my life.
So when you said I did these crimes and Mr. Steele asked you about that, or Mr. Shard, what crimes were you talking about that you did?
I guess the ones in my dream, the nightmares, whatever. I don't know. I don't get what you're asking me.
In that June interview, in that June meeting that happened a few months ago, and Mr. Steele or Mr. Shard asked you about this last week, you said, I did these crimes, I'm telling you that. And my response to you was, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm asking you today, what crimes were you talking about back in June that you said you committed?
I ain't committed no crimes.
Are you saying you haven't committed any crimes recently?
The crimes I committed for, y'all locked me up for them.
Okay. So then when you said I did these crimes, were you talking about things that happened in 2015?
I'm talking about the crimes y'all caught me for.
Okay. And to be clear, were you talking about any crimes that are charged in this present indictment?
I'm not a part of it, so I don't know. I never read this indictment and don't want to read it or hear nothing about it.
And let's be fair. Were you in custody between June 10th, 2015 and February 2019?
Can you say that again?
Were you in custody between June 10th of 2015 to February 28th, 2019?
February 28th?
Yes. God bless
2019?
you. Yes. God bless you.
Can you
When did you get out of federal custody?
September 12th?
Your attorney to talk to you about what impeachment is.
Now, so you understand what's going on, right? All kinds of witnesses against Young Thug right now. That's what I'm
Says
showing
he
you
did
that.
something,
All kinds
and
of
you know
witnesses.
he's not telling.
All kinds of witnesses against Young Thug. This is what happened when you hit the street and you're not prepared for the consequences of the street. So that's why I say don't hit the street. It's not worth it. Don't go out there. Don't do it. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you not subscribe and hit the notification bell. And most definitely hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. All right? Let's keep this thing moving. All right?
Cheers to the crime. What? Fresh out the can, I'm 20
26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions is a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in home. He cut from the bar, came up from the bar. Dropped the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you can go and visit. Then you can consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get juice from a kingpin. I went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention with stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your gram got along. A man that generated millions on the block. Did it his time, never swill into the cops, make an audio. In the 90s, drop top beam so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whine. Treat her like my past, she behind. Spinning a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, the Dominican bust down. Now we on the positive, you ain't got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend the edge. He started in uptown, he gon' finish edge. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars, it's about buying property to make the community yard. So we can get back to the